If you want to eat meat but afraid of getting fat, the braised pork is famous for its high fat and in high sugar content, with lots of spices and heat. In this class, we try to use as little sugar as possible and use sweeteners without sugar to make braised pork with Luhan Go, and chrysanthemum tea similar to braised pork to satisfy your desire to eat meat. Teaching objectives: master the processing process and cooking skills of braised pork with Luhan Go and chrysanthemum tea. Teaching difficulties: how to better remove the odor of the pork, how to determine the tenderness of the pork, how to simmer to keep the shape intact and tender. Teaching content: through the display of raw materials, explanation of the cooking process, live demonstration, and the characteristics of the finished dish, the teaching process of the braised pork with Luhan Go and chrysanthemum tea is completely displayed. For today's dish, the cooking method we use is stewing. The raw material used is the sugar-free sweetener Luhan Go. First, cooking method. Stewing is a cooking method in which the raw materials are added with the soup and condiments after the preliminary heat treatment. The pot is tightly covered, and the dishes are heated over medium and low fire for a long time until they are crisp, liquefied, and taste good. The characteristics of the finished dishes are complete in shape and full. The sauce is mellow, soft, tender, and delicious. Raw material introduction. Luhan Go is a special product of Guangxi mainly produced in Yongfu County, Longjiang Township, Longsheng and Baishu Township, Guilin City, Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region. It is one of the first batch of medicinal and edible materials that is proved by taste, and its main function is to relieve cough and reduce phlegm. The main sugar-free sweetener is mogroside, which comes from Luhan Go itself, and is 300 times sweeter than sucrose. Second, raw materials. Main ingredients: pork 2 catties, Luhan Go half. Accessories: 300 ml broth, 200 grams asparagus, 5 grams yellow chrysanthemum, 5 grams ginger, 5 grams green onion, 5 grams garlic, 3-star anise, 5 grams cinnamon, 5 pieces of bay leaves. Seasoning: 20 grams rock sugar, 3 grams salt, 100 ml rice wine, 2 grams white pepper powder, 5 ml balsamic vinegar, 10 ml of blending oil, 10 grams of wet starch, 15 ml of soy sauce, 15 ml of oyster sauce, 5 ml dark soy sauce. Third, the process flow. Scalding skin. Cooking meat. Knife processing of raw materials. Simmering. Thickening and drizzling. Plating. Step 1. Scald pork skin destroys sweat glands, remove peculiar smell. Scrape and clean it for standby. Step 2. Cook the pork under a pot of cold water until it is mature and set aside. Step 3. Wash the asparagus. Cook until mature and set aside. Blanch in water to cool. Cut the pancetta into 5 cm diameter squares and set aside. Step 4. Put 5 grams of oil in the pot, then add rock sugar. Stir fry the sugar color. Put boiling water. Take it out and put it into a bowl, then stand by. Step 5. Put a little oil into the pot. Add streaky pork and stir fry to drain the excess oil. Then add ginger, onion, garlic, star anise, cinnamon, bay leaf, raw soy sauce, oyster oil, old soy sauce to stir fry the flavor, and finally add clear soup, yellow rice wine, vinegar, sugar color, luhango, yellow chrysanthemum, salt, white pepper powder to taste. Cover the pot tightly and stew for 1 hour. Step 6. Take out the meat and filter the soup. Put the meat back into the soup, thicken it. Drench it with bright oil and put it on a plate. Fourth, the characteristics of the finished dish. The gravy is red, full, and lustrous, with the overall red and green color, pleasant aroma, salty and sweet taste. Soft and sticky texture. Fat but not greasy, sweet aftertaste. Through this lesson, we have mastered the production method of braised pork with luhango and chrysanthemum tea. But we should pay attention to following points in the production process. Hot skin to be scalded through the degree of scorched black so as to break the ring epidermal sweat glands, remove the odor, while the surface should be scraped and cleaned. Adding balsamic vinegar during the simmering process not only removes the odor but also speeds up the tenderness of the meat. Draining fat before simmering reduces the fat intake and fatty feeling. When simmering, with low heat to keep the shape intact. Cover the pot tightly to ensure that the pork belly is delicious and soft, and it is advisable to insert chopsticks easily. That is all for this lesson. Thanks for watching.